right, he said he's gonna stay. It's all right.
Bo,
Hey.
we're here at DC Central Kitchen. Tell me a story.
You sure you want to know that?
I want to know that.
Well, the story it's kind of I don't know where to begin actually.
Well, Robert dropped a little bit on you, so
Yeah, Robert. He I think he's a little fascinated by the story because where I come from and where I'm at today is testimony to what can happen if you give yourself a chance. First of all, I've always considered myself, when I was coming up, I considered myself to be probably one of the youngest Washingtonians that was in that limelight, which consisted of being what we call a gangster, and I've always liked that. That's always what I wanted to be. As we begin to really get involved in that lifestyle, banks was the best thing to show that you wanted to be a gangster. And I think I was about 15 when me and my partners began our crusade terrorizing Washington, if you will. And of course, it never turns out the way you envision it because ultimately you're going to jail. But while it was going on, it was great. The money was good. The lifestyle definitely was good. But it all began around drugs, and because of that really messed my life up. Because of the fact that I was using drugs. I started I think I was about 12 years old. And heavy drugs, we talking about heroin, at the age of 12. So, and I've always hung out with older people. So since I hung out with older people, that gave me the experience and the knowledge of being ahead of my class as far as people of my age were concerned. I didn't want to be with nobody of my age. I wanted to be with older people because that defined who I was, or I thought it did anyway. When I got busted, I had vowed that they would never take me alive, and I really meant that. I really meant it. They just caught me at a bad time when I didn't have no gun on me, and I kind of think I was set up because the person that I was with at that time knew I didn't have any weapons. So the FBI ran down on me, and there was nothing I could do because I was not going to jail. Because I knew that it meant spending the rest of my life in there. I knew that.
So how much time did you do?
20 years.
So you're inside for 20 years.
Right.
And then how did you find this place?
Well, when I got out, I was really fortunate because I think fate had a lot to do with it because at that time I went right back to that lifestyle, and I went into a treatment program, either that or go back to jail. So I elected to go into the treatment program. While I was in the treatment program, I heard about DC Central Kitchen. And once I heard about it, because of my experiences inside prison, I've always worked in the kitchen, so I had a knowledge of what it consisted of. So I thought I could fit right in, and as it turned out, I did. Anyway, so when I heard about it, I jumped right on it, and once I got down here, it was like this is where I was meant to be.
So what's life like today?
It's like nothing that I ever imagined it could be, because as I said, I've always wanted to be a gangster, and that's how I thought I would die, as a gangster. Being here enabled me to see that lifestyle wasn't necessary. I mean, I could live just like any normal person, and probably even better, being an ex-offender and all. So DCCK actually saved my life. If it hadn't been for them, I know I'd be back in prison or dead. There's no doubt in my mind. I know that. Because I didn't want to do anything. But now, everything is different now because Robert gave me the opportunity to make something of myself. I even got a credit card.
You got a credit card, awesome. Hey,
Yeah.
well, thank you very much for talking to me.
There's no problem, my pleasure.
I didn't see him today, what?
Oh, yeah.